So let's talk about now identifying the number of solutions of linear equations. All right, so let's start with this example here. We got 3 times 5x plus 2 equals to 15x. Now, when you're solving a linear equations, most of the time you're going to have one solution. But sometimes you can have infinite amount of solutions, or sometimes you can have no solution at all. So let's take a look at this problem over here. Okay, we got variables on both sides of the equation. So first of all, we're going to be using the distributive property. So 3 times 5x, that's 15x. And don't forget to multiply the 3 times 2, which is the second term here. And that will be 6 is equal to 15x. Now, we got variables on both sides of the equation. So we gotta try to isolate the variables on one side of the equation, right? And something funny is gonna happen here. So if you subtract 15x to both sides of the equation, what is gonna happen is that all of the variables are gonna cancel. 15x minus 15x is gonna be a 0, they cancel each other. And 15x minus 15x is also gonna be a 0 and they cancel each other. So what we got is 6 is equal, actually we got 0 plus 6 equals to 0. And if you simplify that, it's gonna be 6 equals to 0. Now, I don't know in your country, but in my country, 6 is never gonna be equal to 0. So something is wrong with this solution. So when you have something like this, okay, basically what is gonna happen is that it is a no solution. It's impossible, okay? So this means it's impossible, right? So there's a no solution because, again, 6 is not equal to 0. All right, so now let's take a look at another example. I want you guys to try this one over here, see what happens. We got negative 2 times 4y plus 1 is equal to negative 8y minus 2. So pause the video right now and see if you can solve this, see what you get, okay? And then we're gonna go over it. All right, so let's take a look at it. Again, remember the 3 outcomes here is that you can solve it and get one solution like we did in previous chapters. You can get a no solution like what happened here, or maybe could happen something like getting an infinite amount of solutions. So first of all, let's do distributive property. So negative 2 times 4y, that will be a negative 8y. And negative 2 times 1, that will be a negative 2. And we got over here negative 8y minus 2. The next thing is I'm going to be adding 8y to both sides of the equation. So you notice that 8y and plus 8y, that's a 0, right? So they cancel each other. And then we got a negative 2, ay, negative 8y plus 8y, that's also a 0. They cancel each other, that's equal to negative 2. If you simplify this, you get a negative 2 equals to a negative 2. Well, this one is true. You cancel the variables here, there's no variables, but you get a true statement. So when you get a true statement that the left side is equal to the right side and there is no variables, well, it's not going to be a no solution. It's going to be an infinite amount of solutions. So it's the opposite of the first example. So that's infinite solutions. This means that y could be any number. It works, any number. You can put a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, it's all the numbers. So that will be your solution. All right, try your problems, okay? Don't forget the assignments.